Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are good at home and enjoying your holidays. This is Priyanka Verma here, and in this video, I am going to teach you English Mulberry of Class 7th. So, students, without wasting any time, I want you to take out your Mulberry book and open chapter number 10, that is, Settling into the Secret Annex. I hope, students, you all have opened this chapter. The name of the chapter is Settling into the Secret Annex. Students, as the explanation part of this chapter is already over before the vacations, so I want you to read this chapter one more time. And now I'll give you the question answer, means question answers were not given. So in this video I am going to give you the question answers. So take out your copy and start doing it. So we will start with the reference to context. So the first one is, last night the four of us went down to the private office. So the first question that is related to this line is, who are the four of us and why did they go to the office at night? So the answer is Anne, her sister Margaret and their parents. They wanted to listen to England on the wireless, so they went to the office at night. Now next question is, what had the narrator's mother felt well enough to do earlier in the day? So she felt well enough to cook split pea soup earlier in the day. Now come to the next question, that is, did the narrator's mother accomplish the task? So the answer is no, she went downstairs to talk and forgot all about the soup. So the peas were scorched black. Now come to the third one. We started off immediately the first day with swing curtains. So the first question, what were the curtains made of? Answer is, the curtains were made of a scrap of fabric varying in shape, quality and pattern. Now next is, why were the curtains needed? So the answer is, they made curtains so that the neighbors couldn't see them. Now next question is, why does the narrator refer to the curtains as a work of art? Answer is, because they were varied greatly in quality, shape and pattern and were stitched together by unskilled hands. And why it is called by unskilled hands? Because they don't know how to stitch. Okay, they were simply trying, they simply, want to hide themselves. They don't want anyone to see them, anyone to find them. So they were trying simply to stitch the curtain by using different patches of the clothes. Okay, so that's why it is called by unskilled hands, because they were not expert in sewing the curtains, but still they were trying. Okay, now come to the next one. Yeah, the fourth one. We were all walking around with bumps on our foreheads. So the first question, what had caused the bumps on their foreheads? Everyone banged their heads on low doorway, causing bumps on their foreheads. Now next is, why had the alteration to the doorway been made? So the answer is, Mr. Kugler thought that many houses were being searched. Therefore, it would be better to hide the entrance to annex. So actually they want to simply hide the entrance of the annex. That's why they were simply making the, they were using the bookcase, okay, to hide the main door or the entrance of the annex. Clear? Now next is, how did Peter went and try to solve the problem? So the answer is, Peter tried to cushion the low doorway by nailing a towel stuffed with wood shaving to the door frame. Okay, it means Peter was simply trying to make the cushions, okay, by nailing it with the towel so that they may hardly get hurt and they hardly get the bumps on their foreheads when they will go to the downside. Okay. Now come to the read, reflect and write. See, question number 5th one is, how do we know that the narrator loved the western clock? So the answer is she loved the Western clock because its sounds were reassuring to her in the dead of the night. And wherever there was silence. Okay, means whenever there was silence, and it means especially at the time of night, the sound of that clock is quite reassuring them that they are still alive, or they are still safe. Now next is what was special about the secret annex? So what was the quality or the speciality of that place, secret annex? So secret annex was an ideal place to hide, and it was damp and and lopsided, but it was somewhat like a comfortable and move like being in a small hotel during a holiday. Okay, now come to question number 7. Now question number 7 is, what did Annie and her family do to make their surroundings cheerful? Why do you think there was a need to do so? So the answer is, Annie decorated her wall with postcard and film star collection. She and her family made curtains. The place had load of foods and some supply of reading materials. There was a need to make place even more like home. Now come to question number 8. And question number 8 is, do you think the narrator was happy with her situation? Support your answer with evidence from the text. So the answer is, Annie was not very happy with the situation, but she was trying not to be sad because there was no other way for them to survive. Of course, Annie was not happy at all, because if we will put in such a bad situation, of course we will not feel happy. So the same thing has happened with Annie. So Annie was not very happy with the situation, but she was trying not to be sad because there was no other way for them to survive. You can sense Annie's nervousness when she says she is waiting for the Vandans to arrive, when she tries to decorate her walls so that the place looks cheerful. They were not free, and each of Annie's diary entries underlined that fact. She is only trying to make the best of the situation. Okay, means she was simply trying to to decorate the walls of the room where they were hiding themselves. Okay, so that it means the place looks more cheerful. Means they were simply trying to compromise with that situation, and they want the place looks more cheerful, so that they were simply decorated the walls. Okay, so this was the answer. Now come to the next question, that is question number 9. Annie and her family and all other families like hers had to live in fear when they were hiding from the Germans during the Second World War. Write what happens when two countries are at. So the answer is, when two countries are at war, there is unrest in the countries. Innocent people and children are killed, soldiers are killed, food supplies are cut off, and normal life is greatly affected. So there is a destruction everywhere. Yes, it happens. If the war is going on between two countries, then everything is going to be affected. Yes, like there are so many persons who have to suffer it, and so many innocent people and soldiers and children are killed. So the food supplies and the other facilities are simply cut off. Okay, so that the normal life is also affected. So there is destruction everywhere. So these are the answers. Now I'll give you in text question. So the first question is, why do you think Annie pasted her collection of postcards on the walls? So the answer is, Annie pasted to make the bedroom look cheerful. The blank walls were depressing. Now question number next is, why do you think the narrator was looking forward to the Vandans' arrival? Annie was looking forward to have some more people because the silence was making her nervous and scared. That's why she was simply waiting for the Vandens family. Now come to the next one. Who helped the family in transforming the place? So it was Mr. Voskugel. Now come to the next question. And this is explain the phrase our lives are changed. So the answer of this question is our lives are changed refer to the life is hiding with the Vandens around. There were disagreements and arguments, so their lives were not quite as before. Next is, did the narrator and her mother argue on matters? No, the narrator said that her mother always treated her like a baby, which she couldn't stand. So these are the answers of the text question. Now I'll give you the quick answer that is given on page number 141. So now you open page number 141 and see the answers, quick answers. So the first one is the hiding place of the family was located in Annie's father's office building. Next is the first thing that Annie's family did was to sew curtains so that the neighbors couldn't see them. Now come to the next. Annie gave herself a holiday from school work till September. And next one is Mr. Voskugel built a bookcase in front of the entrance of the hiding place. And the last is Annie's family made the most of the good weather by lounging on the folding bed in the attic. So these are the answers. So I want you to complete your work till here, and the rest of the work I'll give you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.